All right, welcome back, everybody. Gaming Grandpa here with episode 2 of MLS Glory. Oh my God, I went brain dead. This is with New York Red Bulls Season 1. And as you can see, we pretty much have gone through most of the season. So I just kind of wanted to briefly show you how the team is doing. As you can see, we've won quite a lot. We have lost a few and we drew a couple, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to let you know, you can kind of see the goal scorers. And I'm going to definitely show you who's leading the team in goals right now and in the competition and different things like that. But, it's good to see my youngsters scoring. Spendy, I'm very happy that he's starting for me. He's doing a really wonderful job. Morgan's in here a lot. Klamala's in here a lot. Even Vitek has a few. And some of the defenders have a few. So it's kind of neat. But as you can see in the league, we're doing really well. Now, the U.S. Cup third round, we beat Western Mass Pioneers. And then we lost to Phoenix, of all things, in the fourth round. I'm like, holy crap. But as you can see in the League's Cup, we advanced from the League's Cup. And I don't think we won it. We got second, evidently, because we lost to Atlanta and then we beat Pumas. So that was kind of cool. And then we are in the League's Cup playoff semifinal now. So that's kind of cool. Now, to get to the Champions League, you either win a Supporter Shield or you win the MLS Cup, the top two. Basically, if you make the final of the MLS Cup, you get a Champions League berth. Or if you win the League's Cup, you get a Champions League berth. So that's kind of exciting, too. So hopefully we're there because, after all, who doesn't want to win their Champions League? But as you can see, we're almost done with the regular season, and then playoffs will start. Once the playoffs start, I am actually going to simulate that also. So I will have an end-of-season wrap-up, and we'll see how well we've done. All right. Now, I'm going to show you the competition real quick. Look at that. Ta-da! We are not only in first place in our conference, we are leading the Supporter Shield and by 11 points. It's like, wow, Atlanta United does have a game in hand on us, but, it's how many games do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 9 games left. So I think it's safe to say that we're going to make the playoffs. Obviously, that would be good. Or it'd be horrible if we didn't, but we should. I mean, we really should. Unless we go on a horrible losing streak, we should. Now, the the assistant coach has been pretty much picking my team for me. At the first time I tried to simulate it, I stopped at July, I believe, because I had a player coming in. I wanted to make sure he got registered, and I had him pick the same tactics and the same players when available, and then I changed it because I had a couple players getting unhappy with their play time, and so I changed it around a little bit, and they're not unhappy anymore. But I did have one player that was begging to leave. He was mad. He kept saying he wasn't getting game time, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You're the starting goalkeeper. And I looked, and he had plenty of appearances. So I don't know if that was a glitch. I don't know what happened, but it was very aggravating to see that. But it is what it is. But anyway, I wanted to go into here and show you right now the goals. Klamala is leading the league with 14. And Spendy has 12. And Lewis Morgan has 11. So I have 3 people in the top 20. So that's kind of cool. As far as average rating, I have 2 guys in an average rating. Oh my goodness. Spendy, Morgan, and Klamala, and then Token and Paulson, who has started 5 games and won 5. That's crazy. And then Vitek is down there too in the top 20. So that's kind of cool. And then assist, Morgan's leading the way with Klamala and Lukinhas in there also. So it's kind of neat. And then shutouts. Like I said, Paulson's down here for 5. He played 5 games, made 5 appearances, and he has 5 shutouts. So it's interesting since we talked about him. I'm going to go ahead and pretty much we're going to go through the squad real quick. And I'm going to show you appearances. I have a few guys. Well, you could tell my starting 11, definitely. But for goals, and this is for all competitions, U.S. Cup and League's Cup, 18 Spendy. Klamala has 16. And Morgan has 14. And Lukinas has 11. So that's kind of interesting there. All right, assist. Morgan has 18, which, he's leading the MLS and assist anyway. And then Lukinas has 11. Klamala was 16. And, I'm sorry, assist. Kamala with 9, and Spendy has 7. So, you can kind of see a pattern here for average rating and goals and assists and stuff. So it's really good to get Spendy up there. So I'm kind of happy about that. All right, now, I didn't want to talk. I'm going to show you a couple changes here, mainly in goalkeeper. As you can see, Carlos is not there. I'm not very happy about that. Once again, I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but he was asking to leave, and he was my vice captain. No, he was my captain. I don't even know if I could pick it anymore. But, nope, I can't because it would be up in here. Oh well, not much I could do about it. But I'm just really not happy about it. I have a lot of team leaders. Reyes, Token, all of my starters, evidently, and Fernandez, that's interesting, who is probably not going to be here much longer, and I'll cover that here too in just a second. All right, but I want to show you, I recalled Marcucci from loan because I needed to have a backup goalkeeper in case he got hurt, and I do have one in a B team, but I just want to leave him there to get some more training. I'm probably going to get rid of this kid next year, most likely, but it is what it is. But Paulson is now the starting goalkeeper, and as far as ability, him and Carlos pretty much had the same, both 2.5 stars current ability. And once again, this kid has 5 shutouts, so I think he'll do a wonderful job for us. I really didn't want to get rid of Carlos. I even signed him to an extension, and not much I could do. He wanted to leave, and he's throwing a tantrum, and a lot of the locker room was agreeing with him, so I traded him. All right, I did sign a couple more players, but I'm not going to go into that just yet. Here's the trade. I had 3 teams interested in him, but San Jose they're like dead last pretty much in the supporters shield. So I wanted to go ahead and trade him to a team that's down there. I don't want to have to meet them in the playoffs, because you all know how that works when you play a team with a player you traded. All right, but anyway, I got $500,000 in allocation money. I got 2 first-round picks, 1 this year, 1 next year. 2 second-round picks, 1 this year and 1 next year. So that by far is, I think, the best trade. I was trying to get a permanent international slot, and they were going to offer it to me, but then I happened to think this is only a 5-season series. There's no point. I have plenty of international slots, and at the end of this year, I will get one that we traded away before I got here for next year. So I'll actually have that one too. So I was really kind of excited to make such a good trade. All right, and now look at the draft allocations. The 2024 draft, we're going to have quite a few players, and I do have a couple slots that are going to be open next year, so hopefully I can get some of these Generation Adidas players in there, and we'll see what happens. But the 3rd-round picks, I'm probably going to try to trade them for something. I don't know what yet. Maybe a 2nd pick. They're honestly kind of useless. They truly are. And then I got a few more picks for the next couple of seasons, so I'm kind of excited about that. But that's pretty much, for the most part, that takes care of everything. I did want to give you a points update. MLS All-Star Game right here. It was played August 2nd, I believe is when it was. Yeah, but I wanted to show you. Remember, I do get a point for each player on my team that makes the All-Star Game. And you can probably spot a few in here. Maybe you can't. I don't know. But Spendy, he made the All-Star Game, which is really kind of cool. Token, Trilly, and Vitic. So that is just really awesome. I'm really kind of happy about that. All right, now I'm going to touch base here real quick. I'm hoping to keep Klimala for another season and maybe trade him next year. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's making $175,000. I'd be an idiot to trade him when he's making so little money. And I don't know, but I don't think he has a contract. Nope, he doesn't have an extension on here. I'd be able to do that. But next year I'll sign him to another contract. He's going to want a lot more money, I can tell you that. But, it's fine. All right, and then, of course, Durkash and Suba's there. All right, now, Spendy, I have him for a couple more years, so he's going to be my starting striker on that right side for hopefully years to come, at least until I get done with this series. Now, so I am hoping to get rid of him next year just because he's 22. I mean, he's a 2-star with 3-star potential, so, or 2.5. Might as well get rid of him. Suba could take his place. I'm happy with that. All right, with the wingers, I'm probably not going to make any changes for that unless something happens and he wants to leave, but so far he's loving it. All right, Caceres, I'm happy with him. He actually is going to be here for a couple years, so it is what it is on that one. All right, Morgan, he's always wanted. I just, not much I could do. Now, Fernandez, I'm not going to re-sign him, and it doesn't do any good to try to trade or transfer him because, his contract expires. And like Carmona, as you can see, they're wanted in a contract. I am not going to offer him a new contract, so he's going to be gone. So I'm going to lose those two players. And in here, Yearwood, I'm probably going to go ahead and sell for next year because he's almost, I don't know, he hasn't really improved that much, if you don't know the truth about it, and he's making a lot of money. So I'm going to try to get rid of him at the end of the season before the next season kicks over. That way it doesn't impact my salary cap next year, and I'll cover that at the beginning of the season next year. But yeah, Yearwood's most likely going to be gone because I want this kid to back him up unless I get an offer for him. I don't know. He has a release clause, so he might end up leaving. I don't know. I hope not. He's doing a really good job for me. And then Token, he's always wanted. But I'm not trading anywhere in the MLS. I have him for a few more years. So he's probably going to run the 5 years with me is what I'm hoping. All right, now Reyes, I could get rid of him. I don't know yet, but I don't really have anybody that can take his place at the moment. So I don't know. Now, Nocita, I'm okay with letting him go, but for the price, why not keep him? And Alexandra's going to be here for a couple more years too. All right, Vitic, unless they meet his release clause, which I hope not. That's the thing about the MLS, man. When they want release clauses, they don't ask for much. What's his release clause? Yeah, 3.9. As you can see, he's already past that. So I'm going to try to re-sign him to a new contract. What is he on? A designated? Yeah. So that's good. He's already on a designated player contract. So I'm going to try to re-sign him and get rid of that stupid release clause because I do not want to lose him. All right. But yeah, hopefully he'll be around for a couple more years. So I'm excited about that. And Truly, same thing. He has a release clause too, which I think he's on the under 22. No, he doesn't. Thank goodness. But he is on the under 22. So how that works is his contract expires 2025 and he's 21, so he'll be 22. So I won't be able to sign him to an under 22 contract unless I do it this year, next year, or when he's 21. So that might be good. And then Harper, I went ahead and listed him because he's 21. He's really not getting much better. His contract expires at the end of this year, but he is 21. He's an American, so he's an outright American. So because of the MLS contract, they can't sign him for his end of contract like they can Carmona. All right, Carmona has a green card. So that's the difference with that. All right, now the goalkeepers, once again, Paulson. I'm hoping to be able to keep him. I hope I don't have no release clause. Thank goodness, because he's going to be my starter. And I'm hoping to keep him here for the 5 years too. And he's going to be a stud for me. And of course, Marcucci. So that takes care of pretty much that. I did sign a couple more players. And I might as well go through it real quick here. Or I offered them contracts. I'm waiting to sign these kids. And I got to add their picture. But he won't be here until 25 anyway. But like I said, I'm planning for the future. So he's going to be on that right-hand fullback spot to take Harper's place. And then this kid's going to be on the right wing to take a couple of their guys' place. But he won't be here until next year anyway. But I paid $3,500 for him. Are you freaking kidding me, man? I mean, he's going to be a really good player. And I paid that much for him, which was a release clause. So you can't turn that up. But anyway, guys, that takes care of this episode. Like I said, I will be back for the most part at the end of the season after the playoffs. So I'm hoping that we can hang around in the top 4 or 5. If we go drop from first, I'm okay with that. As long as we make the playoffs, I would like to be up in there. And, we're out of the U.S. Cup, which is no big deal. But the League's Cup, I want to make the Champions League next year. So that would be kind of cool. But anyway, guys, that takes care of this episode. I'm going to have episode 3 coming up here, which is going to be the end of season wrap up. And then I'll have the next season starting after that. So it's going to be kind of fun, exciting. And, I'm trying to show you guys still how I play in the MLS. And, hopefully if you have any questions, just ask, and I'll try to get to them. I am on overtime again, so time withstanding, who knows. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next episode.